That was big time.
This is a young OG conversation. Journalism for the culture, we're embracing politics, music, and a little bit of sports. Crossing over on the topics like we're playing on the court. Ice cold with the wave, reppin' 916. Got a pyramid shades with the ice cold mix.
With so many flavors, got suits like Craig Sager. Everybody loves the sunshine. Ayers, silence the haters, critics and naysayers. Champs down the paper like Biz, I got the vapors. Barbershop talk in the chair, getting the taper. Young OG, it's the Sack homie. Memento, potential to own the streets.
And it was an absolute duck on the first play of the game. And that was it. That was it. Everything else he put up for the rest of the day was a thing of beauty out there. It's been too long. I shouldn't have left you without a dope podcast to step to. It's your boy KC. He was everywhere out there making plays. But anyway, that was big time. That was big time.
Yeah, Sacramento, California, 916. Stand up. You already know what time it is. When you hear the sounds of Black Ace on your airwaves, you're locked into Sacramento's hottest spot for that real talk, sports talk, KC's Corner, here on 97.5 KDEE. I am your host, Kenny Caraway, a.k.a. KC, a.k.a. DJ Ice Cold. Happy Thanksgiving to all my people out there. I hope you guys ate good. I hope you were good people with your family, with your loved ones. I know I ate good. Shout out to the Queen Bee. Oh my goodness. The spread she threw out there on Thanksgiving. Just, I need to finish this show right now so I can go get me some more leftovers. All right. It was phenomenal. And shout out to moms. Had the gumbo going as well. You know, we getting that popping on every holiday. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve, Martin Luther King. It don't matter. We getting the gumbo popping. So yeah, as you can see, food is on my mind. Spending money is not on my mind. I ain't gone out on no Black Friday yet. I ain't making that move, man. I'm looking in my wallet. Flies are flying out of the wallet. It's one of them OG ones, you know, where the fly come out because ain't nothing up in there. So yeah, ain't no Black Friday shopping for me. But some of you may be listening to me right now, still on your Black Friday shopping, and you are about to experience a huge show here on KC's Corner today, as we got a lot going on, man. NFL football has really just got a stranglehold on what's going on in the sports world right now, especially what's going on with the NFL football here in Northern California. So we're going to talk about the Raiders and what happened to them at the Meadowlands, an absolute embarrassment. We'll talk about all that. Then we're going to get into some high school footballs. We had some big upsets in the high school playoffs. We'll talk about that. But before we get into any of that, first things first, here on KC's Corner, 97.5 KDEE.
First things first.
First things first.
First things first. Oh man. Levi Stadium was rocking last Sunday night as the San Francisco 49ers absolutely curb stomped the Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football. Destroyed them. Stomped a mud hole in them and walked it dry, as Stone Cold would say. 37-8 for the 49ers over the Green Bay Packers. Coming into the game, the Packers were 8-2. And I don't want to hear all these caveats. I don't want to hear all that, because coming into the game, everybody was talking about this is going to be a real test for Jimmy G and the 49ers. They were talking about how improved the Green Bay Packer defense is. You know, they were trying to play that up. Talking about Aaron Rodgers and what he can do and how, you know, 15, 20, 35 years later, they always want to talk about, the 49ers passed on Aaron Rodgers. And they played a clip, Aaron Rodgers, they're not going to be as sorry as the 49ers are that they passed on me. Yeah, whatever. I heard it all. And the Niners straight smacked these boys around, man. Absolutely smacked them around. Jimmy G completely outplayed Aaron Rodgers. 14-20, 253 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, a QBR of 145. Aaron Rodgers, one of his worst games in the history of his career. 20 of 33, 104 yards passing for Aaron Rodgers. 1 touchdown. He was sacked 5 times on the night. I mean, he never stood a chance. He absolutely never stood a chance. And this is just what the 49ers seem to do as of late to Aaron Rodgers. They've had his number. They tend to dominate him. And last Sunday was no different. One of the things that jumped out to me, I've been saying it, I've been feeling this way about the 49ers. While they're not a perfect team, and while everybody has injuries, we understand that. This team, when their full complement of offensive weapons are on the field, they can go up against anybody, and they can put big numbers up against anybody. And George Kittle is probably the biggest piece of all that. He returned on Sunday night after missing the last 2 games with knee and ankle injuries. 6 receptions, 129 yards, had a big 61-yard touchdown, and he's a game changer. He's an absolute game changer out there. The other part of that, Emmanuel Sanders. He had 2 catches for 50 yards. He's dealing with ribs right now. I guess they're feeling better as Sanders had 1 catch for 15 yards. Excuse me. I got something in my throat. Anyway, I'm back now. But I guess he's fighting through the ribs. He had torn cartilage in his ribs. And when he's there, just having him on the field sets things up, makes things completely different for what the offense is trying to do. And he's a game changer in that respect. So you got to have him. And now the new guy, when you talk about your full complement of offensive weapons, that boy Deebo Samuels. Oh, baby, that boy Deebo Samuels is looking like a star in the making. 2 catches, 50 yards, but one of them was a huge 42 yards catch and run touchdown in the second quarter that really broke this thing open. And I really feel when they have those 3, offensively, it's a problem. You got teams that are starting to load up on the run. They're starting to take the way to run, trying to put 8 in the box on the 49ers, thinking that's what's going to shut them down. I'm going to tell you like this. I love the opportunity that they're giving Jimmy Garoppolo and my man Kyle Shanahan, a.k.a. Young Shanny. Put 8 in the box. Make it one-on-one for Kittle. Make it one-on-one for Deebo. Make it one-on-one for Emmanuel Sanders. Make it one-on-one for Jimmy Garoppolo. Make it one-on-one for Tevin Coleman coming out of the backfield. Matt Breida. Kyle Juszczyk. Please make it one-on-one because Kyle will eat you alive. You can't put 8 in the box on Kyle Shanahan. He will eat you alive in the passing game. And I really, as a 49er fan, as somebody that sees this team on a regular basis, I love the fact that people are talking about, yeah, we're going to put 8 in the box and stop you guys. I love it. I love it. Now, as convinced as I am that it's going to be barbecue chicken for anybody that does that, everybody doesn't feel that way. Stephen A. Smith is one of those guys. He talked on First Take about if he feels that Jimmy G is elite and should he get credit for what happened after the beat down, the curb stomp that they gave the Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football. Here's what he had to say.
When Jimmy G starts playing defense, come talk to me. When Jimmy G plays against a defense the caliber of his own defense in San Francisco, come talk to me. Aaron Rodgers had to go against somebody different than Jimmy G had to go against. Let's pump the brakes on that. That's number one. When I look at Jimmy G's got skills. He's no scrub. I think he's worth the $72 million in guaranteed that he's getting in today's quarterback market. But do I think that he's elite yet? Excuse me, the top candidates for league MVP, honest, he ain't in that discussion. Talking about Lamar Jackson, talking about Russell Wilson, talking about Patrick Mahomes. We ain't talking about Jimmy G. We ain't talking about Jimmy G.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I'm okay. You know, look, I'm not sitting here saying you should make Jimmy G the next Tom Brady or Pat Mahomes or whatever the case may be. I'm just telling you I'm good with Jimmy G. I am good with Jimmy G. And everybody can say all this other stuff about what he isn't or, you know, all this. I'm good with Jimmy G. Stephen A., you'll see. You'll see. I'm okay with him. And you guys will all see that soon. Huge game coming up on Sunday for the San Francisco 49ers. This crazy 3-game stretch continues. The Saints won on Thanksgiving night against the Atlanta Falcons. They clinched the NFC South. They are 9-2 now. They have a winning percentage of over 80%, right? That guaranteed that this 3-game stretch between the Packers, Ravens, and Saints with the 49ers schedule is the hardest record-wise, this late in the season in NFL history. Absolutely guaranteed it. That is a fact. And yeah, we're right in the middle of it. But they got a big one on Sunday as they go to Baltimore and face the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson. Ooh, that boy is cooking right now. He is cooking. Earl Thomas out there running his mouth. A lot going on out there in Baltimore. And the Niners are going into the belly of the beast on Sunday morning. We're going to talk about all that. I got correspondents out in Baltimore that I'm going to get to. We're going to bring that up later in the show. But right now, we got a little music break to get to, because when we come back, I got to talk about the bad. We talked about the good in Northern California football. I got to talk about the bad, because the Oakland Raiders absolutely blew a gasket on Sunday afternoon. We're going to talk about that. But first, let's get into some music. A little Busta Rhymes. Woo-ha! Not that one. Put your hands where my eyes can see. Here on KC's Corner on 97.5 KDEE.